Free from fraudulence. The fraud gang in the building. What's going on, people? Welcome back to another video. My name is Hugh, and you're watching another video because we have got breaking news for that ass. Hope you're all doing well. Much love to your mothers. We go again. There has been Major League fraudulence today. Major League fraudulence. However, there has been massive breaking news for that ass. So we will be getting down to the mainly Arsenal transfer talk that we're going to be covering in this video. The headlines are going to include Coutinho to Arsenal. Looks like it could be on. No surprises there. We will be getting your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you do have any questions and comments, get them in now, and we will go through them at the end. Guendouzi could be going in the other direction. Real Betis are interested in a certain Daniela Ceballos. And Mesut Ozil is currently on holiday. So, as I say, we are much alive and very much alive and well and ready to get down to business. Hello. Yeah, how you all doing? I hope life's treating you well. I hope you're enjoying the content. I hope that you are subscribed to the channel. If you're not, please make sure that you exercise this little number by smashing the hell out of the like button and subscribing if you're new. You can turn those bell notifications on unless you're a massive bell end as we get down and dirty to the breaking news for that ass. Oh, I'm ready for this. I hope you are. Okay, here we go. These are the headlines making the news. Arsenal offered the chance to sign Coutinho for just £9 million in a deal which could involve Matteo Guendouzi. So, reports in the English media suggesting that Arsenal could land Felipe Coutinho. Is it a party? Is it an arse party? Are we excited at the prospect of Felipe turning up at the arse?
Good evening. Good evening.
Because it looks like it could well be happening. Obviously, we have heard from a lot of different parties concerning the player, and things appear to be lining up. We know who his agent is. We know how close he is to the man at the helm of Arsenal Football Club, Raul Sanllehi. We know that they have garnered a relationship, and there have been talks about this deal happening for quite some time. And it is quite some time since Felipe Coutinho signed for Barcelona from Liverpool. It seems an eternity ago, really, doesn't it? And it's got to be eating him up inside how much Liverpool improved after he left the club. An incredible profit margin, having paid just 12 or 13 million pounds for him, maybe even 11 million pounds for him, and selling for 142 million pounds. One of the most, if not the most, sensational bit of transfer business that I have ever seen. One of the most expensive transfers of all time, and the content does not seem to be working because it just didn't work, did it? So much so that he was shipped out to Bayern Munich, where even there, in the one season, he has only played, I believe, 15 of Bayern's 34 league games. Now, speaking in a recent Der Spiegel interview, the Bayern chairman, Rummenigge, I'm going to call him Rummenigge, confirmed that the club's option to purchase their on-loan creator, as they call him, has expired. The option is expired and we haven't activated it, he said. We're going to plan our squad for next season. Much love to everyone who is joining us in the stream. If you would do me the honour of dropping the video a damn like, if you breathe oxygen. Only if you breathe oxygen. Don't worry otherwise. Otherwise, we can confirm you as a certified fraud. Much love to the fraud gang in the building. The gang is strong. The fraudification squad, let yourselves be known. I see you. Anyhow, it would appear that Bayern Munich have no interest in activating the clause, and they are planning for next season. Now, obviously, Arsenal have their own issues with creative players, don't they? And the fact that Bayern Munich aren't going to be making a move, making the loan deal permanent, as is confirmed here in Sky Sports, other sources are available, means that Arsenal are swooping. In fact, both clubs seem to be, potentially getting something beneficial here. Coutinho and 2 potential solutions for Guendouzi. This is from Miguel Delaney of The Independent. And they are running the main story, which says that Arsenal offered the chance to sign Felipe Coutinho for just £9 million in a Barcelona player swap deal. Oh, baby! Coutinho at the arse. Coutinho at the arse. I mean, how very predictable. We're going to do pros and cons because I do feel a certain type of way about this one. I have, if you have been subscribed to the channel for long, been predicting this one for almost a year, maybe a little bit longer. It seems quite predictable, knowing who is really in charge at Arsenal and the dealings that we've done recently, that this is very, very possible, especially seeing as his intention seemed to be to come back to the Premier League. However, as I say, there are pros and cons, but let's go through the story itself. I can see super chats coming in. Much love to your mothers. We will be getting down to those very soon indeed. Barcelona's Felipe Coutinho has been offered to Arsenal and Tottenham, but it is the Gunners that present the likelier possibility of a deal. The Emirates hierarchy are currently weighing up multiple options as they seek to reshape Arteta's squad this summer, with some of that dependent on whether they qualify for the Europa League out of Saturday's FA Cup final. Oh boy! It's the big one! Are you ready? Oh, we're going in. Tomorrow, you can join me. We will be watching, if you want to watch. We'll be watching along. It could get emotional. Make sure you are subscribed. Oh, you don't want to miss it. Okay, it's party time. It's essential that this club rise like a phoenix out of the ashes, out of the flames. We will jump towards European football and the promise of an elite baller. Like Coutinho. Is he an elite baller? I don't know. We'll talk about that. We will talk about that. There he is, Arteta, getting all excited. Arsenal are favourites, according to the Evening Standard, to sign Felipe Coutinho on loan, with Barcelona prepared to pay half of the wages. Now, look, this is the major stumbling block in this deal. Is going to be the fee involved and the wages. He's on astronomical wages. Make no mistake about it. Arsenal are not going to be able to pay all of those, especially seeing as we're still paying Ozil, and we're in a similar situation. It is actually a great shame, isn't it, that Barcelona don't want Ozil, or we could really help each other out there for sure. However, it has been suggested that a swap deal could happen, with the Brazilian making the move to the Emirates and Guendouzi going in the opposite direction. Player plus cash deal to secure a permanent transfer. But apparently Barcelona aren't interested in the French midfielder and are in no hurry to sell. That's what it says here. I have heard from other people as well that Barcelona have done the eye test on Guendouzi and he hasn't passed. I don't know how much truth there is to that. I'm just reporting what I've heard. Barcelona have offered Felipe Coutinho. Look, it's all everywhere. It's everywhere. It's the same thing. However, we have got other interesting news as well. In that, Mesut Ozil has spent the last few days in Turkey. According to Chris Wheatley, who's formerly of Goals, works for some other people. We're going to have to talk about that as well. But the main thing that this guy tweeted that I was interested in is Matteo Guendouzi also hasn't been involved in training and won't be involved in the FA Cup final tomorrow. So it does really look like Arteta wants rid and isn't interested in making this right. Très intéressant. He is clearly going to be moved on from the looks of things. Hasn't bucked up his ideas enough. And, the same could be said about this situation as well. It's a very complex one, I understand, but the fact of the matter is that Mesut Ozil will not be involved in the FA Cup and has apparently been in Turkey on holiday. He spent the last few days in Turkey. He won't be part of Arsenal's FA Cup final squad. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. There are plenty of reasons that people have put forward because no one seems to be entirely sure about exactly why he is in Turkey or why he is not involved. But is it another falling out with the club itself? Are the club trying to force Mesut Ozil out? it's odd because Arteta involved him, didn't he? And Arsenal were looking pretty good with him involved. I think 3 wins on the trot. Corona thing happens. The CV-19 happens. Something else has happened, clearly behind closed doors. And after the restart, everything's changed again. However, what hasn't changed is the way that Arteta has spoken about Ozil. And he has praised him pretty consistently. So I do wonder what's going on. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. It's been going on for so long that it's quite ridiculous. However, the focus won't be on Mesut Ozil for the time being. The creative source is going to be apparently Felipe Coutinho. What do we think about this boy? 8 goals and 6 assists in 23 appearances. He's capable of playing on the left or the right. I guess attacking mid mostly, but coming in from the left. He is, let's not forget, a client of Sports Invest UK. This is an agency that we're very familiar with, and we have been linked with a few of the players on Kia's books. It is Kia. Willian, Kazawa, Coutinho. It's bound to happen, this, isn't it? The writing is almost on the wall, and it's just a question of how the club make adjustments financially to allow it to happen. Let's talk about him technically. What does he offer Arsenal that Arsenal don't have? Is he going to fit in at a club like Arsenal, especially in the position that they're in? Do Arsenal need a creative midfielder? Is he as creative as we think? I'm always in two minds about this boy, I've got to be honest. I go through stages of believing in my heart of hearts that he is creatively not a touch on Ozil. No, I mean that's quite difficult to do in itself, but I do believe that I've spilt coffee. I do believe that he is great at the long shots. He loves the long shot, doesn't he? And it's not that I can take anything away from a player who's capable of scoring from long range, but the dependency on long shots and the lack of other stuff in his game, I think, is something that has contributed to him not being able to solidify a place at either Barcelona or Bayern Munich. And both, let's not forget, have turned their nose up at a player who they initially thought was an absolute cracker of a signing. Let's not also forget that he is largely in part due to the transfer fee, and that is no fault of his own, but he is largely to blame, I guess, for, not to blame, but what's the opposite of to blame? Responsible for Liverpool's success. And the fact that he left opened up the gates for a couple of signings, a couple of big signings that were really integral, really essential to filling in the gaps that they really needed. Is this a gap that Arsenal really need filling in? It's certainly a big name signing. And I'll tell you what, regardless of the fact that I do think that he's a bit of a long shot merchant and a bit of second-hand goods, if you will, a hand-me-down. There is also a part of me which says that Arsenal are a charity shop right now, and they should be looking for hand-me-downs, especially brand-name hand-me-downs, because they're not bad. They're not bad. They're actually quite well made. They're capable of doing good things, and, you know, he may well provide Arsenal fans with brief moments of brilliance and some quality entertainment, and I'm here for that. I'm here for special goals. I'm here for Arteta to get a player that he wants. I'm actually here for Arteta to get any players. So the fact that Arsenal are able to get Coutinho, maybe they should just get Coutinho. Maybe we should just get Willian as well. Thomas Partey. The one thing I would say about all three of the players that are being heavily linked with the club right now is that they have absolutely no sell-on value, really. Partey, you're not looking at making anything but a loss, quite a big one. I think he's about 27, 28, isn't he? Coutinho is 28 himself, and his value is dipping drastically, as we can see here. The heady heights of 108 million. I mean, that in itself is a bit ridiculous, but yeah, his value is now less than half of that at 50.4. Again, I'm very interested to know your thoughts because I am in two minds about it. I do believe that on days he's very capable of changing a game, and Arsenal certainly need a player who can open up spaces when defences are sat back in that deep-lying block. Sometimes long shots are actually the answer to that. And if Arteta is the one that's really wanting this player, then I've got to get behind it. However, I suspect, there is a little part of me which suspects that it is the agents that are at work here again. And the predictability of this signing is like a 9 out of 10, really, isn't it? Interesting that Guendouzi is being used as like a pawn. The club are clearly very keen to shift him on. I can see your comments and questions. Don't you worry yourselves. We will be getting to those very, very shortly. Scott, Amir, Aaron, Tesco. I see you all. Tesco. Incredible. Every little helps. Okay, so in other news, we have got, unfortunately, the situation that many will have expected. RB Leipzig extending the contract with Dayot Upamecano until 2023. A very exciting centre-back who is not, and I'm sorry, I watch enough of the kid to know that he is not the finished product and does make mistakes that Arsenal fans would actually tear him apart for, and that is in the Bundesliga, which I personally suggest is not defensively as sound. Like some of it is madly open. So I do worry I did worry that he would have been plucked a bit ahead of his time. However, 111 games for Leipzig, 15 for the under-21s in France. He has signed the extension to his contract until 2023, so a 2-year extension, which will protect him and his value, I guess, because that was looking like it could have been a nice little bargain. He is top quality, but anyway, he's not going to be moving to Arsenal, so we can stop dreaming about that one. Anyway, here's a little look at what someone reckons Arsenal could be lining up, looking like next season. That is to say that Aubameyang will stay. That is to say that Coutinho will arrive, and that the midfield is going to remain Xhaka and Ceballos, which I'm not convinced that it is. I would suggest actually that if Coutinho does come, that Arsenal will probably have to get rid of Ceballos. I'm guessing there, but there's a deal that's got to be hashed out between Real Madrid and Arsenal, and they are looking to shift him on permanently. And I think Arsenal, what are they called? Betis would probably be more willing to spend a little bit more money on a player who they are super keen on. Big time, big day for Arteta as well tomorrow. It's a big test against Chelsea and Frank Lampard. Make sure you don't miss it. I'm going to be here, and I hope that you'll join me. It's going to be exciting. I'm absolutely buzzing. I think that Arsenal can win it, and in convincing style as well. Shocking the world by bringing a trophy back to the Emirates in actually the worst season in living memory. Let's get down to your thoughts and questions. A lot of you saying that Ceballos can go back to Spain. Don't be too hasty. You know, you have seen since the restart what he is capable of, and it is a little bit more than we were getting before the break, I think. A player who is very keen to make a mark, and probably just to sort his future out, you would think. Here he is, Dani Ceballos, in Marca, the Spanish newspaper. They're not really trustworthy, in my opinion. They love a headline, and look at this. Look at this fraudulence appearing. Just get off my screen. Stop with all that. We don't want any of that. Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, basically they are after him. Real Betis sporting director Antonio Cordon is already making preparations for the Andalusian club, and he's already been here, and no one will forget his quality and attributes, he said, of Ceballos. Betis have been in contact with the 23-year-old throughout the season, but Ceballos also has the option to extend his loan spell at Arsenal and one other big Premier League club. That is very interesting. One other big Premier League club. I don't know who that is. I don't have a clue, but I do know that I've actually... There we go. Beautiful scenes! So Coutinho at the arse. What do we think? Are we actually up for this? Let's go to your comments and your questions. Beautiful scenes. Look at this. Tesco Lucan says, Hugh, looking smoky in the video thumbnail. I'm a smoky individual, and I'm looking for all the smoke. Okay? Beautiful. Huge shout to 12. One of the moderators who is doing the artwork. It's definitely an upgrade. We've upgraded the life. Okay, the glow up is very real. It will continue. Scott Bennett. Oh, Tesco Lucan. Thanks very much for getting involved, mate. You are much appreciated. Hussein. Hussein says, you're a huge inspiration and my favourite YouTuber. Oh, that's really sweet. That's an absolute honour. My fellow fraud. I salute you. We move. Much love. Scott Bennett says it's mad how deeply and how badly Arsenal and Ozil have clearly fallen out of love with each other. It's true. It is very true. It is a long time ago now. It seems that I was running down the street celebrating Arsenal signing Mesut Ozil. Let me see if I can find a little clip. It is an awful long time ago. However, £42 million. He changed the game, didn't he, really, at the club. People were running up and down the streets, and it was a very fraudulent time. I mean, I was over the moon about it, as you can see. It was a thing that I'd said that I would do, so I did what I had to do. Look, here is the thing. Don't tweet like that, basically, ever, because you may well have to do what you said you were We were promised a lot. It came with a lot of hope, didn't he? I certainly didn't think that it would end up like this. I did think that we wasted him a little bit on strikers like Bentner and Sanogo, and it was embarrassing seeing a player who was used to the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and movement, electrifying movement around him, to give him the options. I don't think we really got the best out of him for quite some time, and I guess we've had 1, 2 maybe tops really good seasons out of him. And even in even in the best season, he got, I think, 16 assists by Christmas, and was then massively let down by Olivier Giroud, who went on a 12, 13, maybe 15 game goal drought, when he really should have had the assist record in the bag within weeks of the new year starting. I don't think it's been the same ever since, if I'm honest. And the relationship that he had with Alexis Sanchez was massively underrated. They were a very good combination. Two absolute ballers who really understood football, and the connection was electrifying. It was really entertaining to watch at times. But, you know, one threw his toys out of the pram and wanted more. And now we were left in a situation where you had to sign Ozil to a new deal. He's used that very cleverly. His agent will have used that to his benefit. And Alexis Sanchez, we all know about that. But it is mad, yes. Aaron Pascoe says, love waking up to a notification of Hugh Wizzy going live. Love to your mothers. All the way from New Zealand. Fraud gang in the building. Aaron, you're an absolute legend. Amir Nail says, do we really need a Coutinho? Should I be excited? It's debatable. It depends how you look at things. I really don't know that there is much place for a number 10 in world football anymore. In European football, I believe that it's a position that is becoming extinct. And unless the game changes, I can't see that changing. Is he useful for Arsenal in terms of the pressing style of play? I don't know. I don't think so. But is he useful in unlocking a defence? Yes, potentially, yes. And could he get you 8 to tops 15, but maybe 10 goals a season? Yes. And is that useful? Well, yes, because we've lost a lot of that, and I think that's really hurt us in recent times. D24 says, are you Egyptian? Incredible. I'm not, but as you can tell, I am from... I mean, I could be. I actually could be. I look like a pharaoh. I am from a dynasty of kings. That much is for certain. Okay? I can feel it. And I have certainly got some, pretty schmexual characteristics going on that could be they super do look Egyptian, actually. I get it a lot, though. I've been called all sorts of things under the sun. Any country that I go to, they just speak to me in their language because they presume that I'm from there. But yes. Anthony Devine. Or Divine. Mr. Divine. You're Mr. Divine. I forgot. Anthony Divine says you can only pick one. Coutinho or Partey. Oh! That is... Ooh. No. I can't do that. It's very difficult. I need both. I'm going to need both, okay? I'm going to need both. Pick one. It's got to be Partey. Unfortunately, it's got to be Partey. Because I really think if we have a slightly more energetic midfield, balanced midfield, then we are capable of working around the creativity thing. Yes, listen, there's a lot of frauds in the building, freeloading frauds. Anonymous T has got the idea. Help a fraud out by slapping the like. I'm going to set a like goal, okay? I'm looking for 1,000 likes in the next 3 minutes or I'm logging off, okay? It's that simple. Well played, Anonymous T. You're an absolute legend. King James says Hugh is Turkish. Merhaba, Nasılsınız? Damien Newell says you're Jamaican. I am part. I'm a child of the earth. Nico P39 says, would you like some Egyptian in you? This is a family-friendly show, Nico, and as much as I appreciate oh, massive fraudulent comment. Okay. Alex Barry says, look at how Bayern press. He was part of that squad, to be fair. Well, he was part of that squad, but he was part of that squad for a very limited amount of time. 15 games in 34 possible... 15 appearances in a possible 34 games. Is he essential, integral? Is he weak, injured? Does he work hard enough? I don't think he is up to the scratch of Bayern Munich because Bayern Munich press more than any other team in Europe. They've been turned into absolute machines. I don't think he's that type of player. I think the game actually has moved on past Coutinho incredibly quickly, and that would have shocked him more than anyone else. He probably would have done well at PSG. That's the truth of the matter. PSG is probably the best place for him. But at Arsenal, a lot will be demanded of him. And as much as I think, much like Oxlade-Chamberlain, he's very capable of scoring some fantastic goals that they're great on the eye. The ones that curl in from 25 yards off the crossbar and the keeper is just flying across trying to tip it over and misses. The beautiful highlight reel, YouTube type videos. Oh, his YouTube highlight reel must be incredible. I think the effectiveness and efficiency of the player is still up for debate, or he would have been utilised more by either one of Barcelona or Bayern Munich. And I won't have a word said about it. You come here for the hard-hitting home truths, and I'm giving them to you, hard and fast. Yeah, we can go slow and long if you want. Hey,
Good evening.
Okay, next up. Mahfuzur Rahman says, love to your mother, Hugh. Champions League and Europa League prediction winners. Okay. Much love, Mahfuzur, for getting involved. You are an absolute legend, certified fraud gang member. Much love to your mother as well. She is an absolute gem. Champions League favourites for me are Bayern Munich. Europa League favourites are... I'm going to say Manchester United, if I'm honest. But... are Sevilla still in it? Hold on. I think... if Sevilla are still in the competition, I'd say they've got... I fancy they've got a chance. They play nice football. Wait, hold on. Sevilla against Roma, big game. Wow, that is a top game. Olympiacos against Wolves is a top game. Wolves are more than capable. Inter Milan are capable. Oh, there's some good teams. Football is back. Oh, yeah. Oh, are you ready for 44 days of football, 4 games a day? Are you ready? Be ready. Coming for that ass.
Good evening.
I can't wait. We're going in. It's going to be daily content. Make sure you are subscribed if you're new and drop the video a damn like if you breathe oxygen. Athena says, my mum says hi. Oh, she's an absolute legend. A heroine of her day. And she will be appreciated. Yeah? Okay. Much love for getting involved. Mackenzie Edwards says, is it too optimistic for me to think that Arteta has Lampard's number? We only lost at home because we got tired and we drew away with a man down. I love the optimism. It is a big game tomorrow. Oh, Arsenal Football Club, don't let me down, baby. Oh, we're going to do a preview. Okay, in the morning, we will do a preview. Nice and early. How are we feeling in the morning with the predictions, the lineup look, or the prediction lineups, likely lineups? I'm super pumped. It's the oldest competition in English football, I think, in the history of the game. All right, this is the oldest. It's the biggest cup in world football. The home of football. Oh, baby. Have you ever played at Wembley Stadium? Oh, fulfilling the dreams of millions. Incredible. We will lift that silver trophy for the 14th time and become, I think we already are, but the most glorified FA Cup team in the country, in the history of the game. 7 of those belonging to the great one, the iconic one. Oh, beautiful. We are incredibly closely associated and linked to this club. It is in our name. It is etched in cloth, in red and white, and shall return to the carpet of hope and dreams. The Arse Party begins tomorrow. Make sure you're there. Victor Edwards says, why love to your mothers but never to your fathers? Strictly for your mothers, okay? Fathers in the smoking room, okay. Alexander Klapov, you're an absolute legend for getting involved. Make sure you leave me a question or a comment next time so I can really give you a moment of my time. Because my energy and my time are my currency, and I will not waste them on fraudulence.
Good evening.
I hope you've enjoyed the video. Make sure you're subscribed if you're new. I'll catch you in the next one. But for now, my name's been Hugh Wizzy, and this has been Coutinho moving to Arsenal. Get in that ass.